Hi guys, my name is Jay, and my friends, the group members are Alex and Shrey. Today we're going to talk about the attributes that haven't been talked about that cause increase in temperature. So there are a lot of people talk about CO2 causing increase in temperatures, causing global warming, but people don't talk about the different other attributes, different other gases that are also causing global warming. So we try to figure out that and other attributes that also cause global warming. So the data set we took was the data set from the NASA NEX, which was available on the Amazon public data set. The tool we used was the Hadoop MapReduce. So what we tried to achieve through this project was to find the attributes that haven't been considered yet, but we also looked at the attributes that have been considered yet and the impact that they had on global warming. So the basic attributes were CO2, but the other attributes were also methane and nitrous oxide. We looked at those attributes. We also looked at some other attributes. So what we did was we extracted the data from these five countries, and the five countries are USA, China, Iceland, France, and South Africa. So we looked at those attributes, and the range of years was from 1970 and 2015. So what we basically did was we used MapReduce to reduce our data set. The data set that we had a lot of other attributes. We had to remove those attributes, and the attributes in terms of temperature, visual min and max, it had daily readings. We didn't require daily readings for our experiment and the survey we did. So we required yearly readings. So we reduced the data set by doing an average function on the min and max attribute. So that's how we achieved this, and that's how we reduced the data set. So to extract the data, we used OpenNEX tool that allowed us to download the data set. A region set is extracted by selecting a boundary, and the boundary is selected using the boundary box, and the boundary box is made using the GPS coordinates that is defined on the region. So basically, in our experiment that we did with the dataset, we try to find collinearity, and we try to find relationship between the attributes, how they're varying. We try to find if they're directly proportional or they're not. So the clusters we used were two different modes. One was distributed mode and one was single node mode. And for that, the first one we used 4 instances, one name node and three child nodes, and for both of them we used T2 large. And for the second one, we had 2 instances, one name node and one child node, and for that too we used T2 large to see how it works. If we wanted to see if the processing power goes down when the number of instances go down. So the motivation we had behind doing this project was there are a lot of other attributes which also contribute to global warming, but people don't talk about it because it's a big money market and people don't want to lose money with it. So they won't talk about it. Is CO2 the only thing that is responsible for increase in temperature? Not. So it's not that it's only CO2. People are concentrating on CO2 because they can make money out of it. So how can we catch up with that? How can we catch up with this increase in temperature that is caused by these attributes? So we need to figure out that. And what can we do to create a balance in nature? How do we create a balance in nature by reducing or increasing any of the attributes? So we need to figure out which attributes are responsible for the damage in a particular country, because we figured out that there were different attributes that were responsible for damages in different countries. So we tried to figure out a correlation between meat production. Meat production is basically causing increase in CO2 levels because if you literally look up on Google, the cattle birds are causing a lot of CO2, and the fertilizers that are used to produce the food for these cattle and everything, it causes a lot of nitrous dioxide, and cattle production itself, it causes increase in carbon dioxide. But nobody will talk about it because it's a billion-dollar industry. Everybody wants cheese, everybody wants milk. And production of corn has increased tremendous amount of nitrogen dioxide in the atmosphere, but nobody will talk about it. because it's all about the money. We also look at alternate and new energy, which we're trying to bump up to reduce fossil fuel energy, and people are concentrating so much on that, and we're going to look if it's contributing that much to increase in temperature. The next slides will be explained by my friends. Thank you.